Hi, welcome to my Makeup Monday for Monday the 10th of February 2025. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. Today we're going to do a technique, not a fun fold, we're going to do a technique. And this technique is called the Neon Chalkboard or Blackboard Technique. I'm going to use the Tiled Techniques stamp set from the mini catalogue and the Simply Said sentiment stamp set from the annual catalogue. I have done a little bit of playing and made a couple of samples with this, and I'll show you that you do need more of a line art kind of stamp set to do this technique. So yeah, let's go down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay, before we get started, there's a couple of housekeeping items that need to be talked about. On the 4th of February, they added some more celebration rewards, products that you can earn when you spend $100. All of these products are when you do a $100 spend. I believe the Alphabet a la Mode dies have sold out, but they are coming back in. That is a really good one because they are valued at about $74. That's a really good freebie to get. The trusty tool dies, they're probably $50 or $60. That's a really good one if you've got the stamp set, you know, or if you got the paper with Celebration last year and you want the dies to cut the paper out. That's a good one. But there's a couple of punches, a couple of kits, some ribbon, the brushed brass butterflies. This beautiful butterflies is in the mini catalogue, and that's the stamp set alone is free with a $100 spend. So there's some great new products available free with a $100 spend. I think out of this selection, the Alphabet a la Mode dies are the best. I have been doing some scrapbooking and I have used some of those to write titles on my scrapbook pages. So I think that's the best, and they are meant to be coming back into stock. I think it's next week. So keep your eye out for when they come back in if you're wanting to get those, if you want to place an order to get those. So that's that little bit of housekeeping. And the other little bit of housekeeping is this is my first card class at home. I've put it in, sent it out in my newsletter. Now I need bookings in by next Saturday the 15th so I can order your party dots in time. This class is on Saturday the 1st of March at 2 p.m. and it will be on YouTube. So you'll get the makings of these 5 cards, and it's using the Wildflower Birthday Suite. So you'll get all the makings for these 5 cards plus a packet of the party dots, and it costs $40 for this class. And then you can just follow, if you follow me on YouTube, at 2 o'clock on the 1st of March, I will be live and we will be making these cards. So if you're interested in that, I do need to know before next Saturday the 15th, and payment needs to be made prior to the class. So the class is $40. You get the makings of 5 cards plus a packet of the party dots. So that's my first card class at home. So that's that. Okay, I shall put that over there. Okay, let's have a look. Now it's called the Neon Chalkboard or Blackboard Technique, and it's really cool. So this is one of my first plays I did with the Spotlight on Nature stamps. And you heat emboss in white on black cardstock, and then you colour in with your Stampin Blends, and it doesn't rub off. The ink attaches to the heat embossed, the white heat embossing. It doesn't rub off, and it's a really cool technique. So that was one play I did. Then I tried it with the Stippled Roses. Didn't work quite as well because this isn't really a line art stamp set. It's a distinctive stamp set. So the leaves and some of the rosebuds worked well, but the flowers in the middle that are very distinctive and it's not an outline, it didn't kind of work. So that sort of was a bit of a flop. But then I tried it with my Tiled Technique stamp set that I do love, and this is my end result, and I really like this one. So we're going to recreate this one. So there's two techniques involved. There's heat embossing, which I'm sure most of you have done before, and then there's the colouring in with the Stampin Blends to create the neon chalkboard technique. I've used the Spotlight on Nature circle dies and the Stylish Shape circle dies for my sentiment, and the Tiled Technique stamp set. So I'll bring that up closer so you can have a look. This is backed with Peach Pie. So all the colours I've coloured with are the 20, 24, 20, 26 in colours. It's my dog going off in the background, so sorry. And I just realised I haven't taken the backing off this dimensional. Somebody just rang the doorbell, but my husband is attending to it, and Rosie is welcoming them. So yeah, so I've used all the 2024, 2026 in colours on this card, so that's why I've backed it with Peach Pie. We're going to do it with Shy Shamrock, I think it is, or Summer Splash, not quite sure. So that's the card we're going to recreate. So let's get started. We'll put those over there. I have done a previous card with the Tiled Techniques, and I think you know that it's quite one of my favourites. So I'm just going to get the little bits out of my Spotlight on Nature circle. Come on, actually come. There we go. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay, so there's my Spotlight on Nature circle. So all you need for this card, let's bring the sample one down, is a card base. I'm using thick basic white for my card base. So it's A5, so 14.9 by 21 centimeters, scored at 10.5 centimeters, and folded in the middle. And I'll just make sure my edges line up. Sometimes I score and I must be just a fraction off. And get that down with the bone folder. So just a standard card base today. So no fun fold going on. Then I've got a little bit of, I think it's Summer Splash actually. It's not Shy Shamrock, it's Summer Splash. And it's 10 centimeters by 14.4. And I've got a piece of black cardstock, 9.5 centimeters by 13.9, and a couple of dies for my sentiment, and that's all I've got. That's all I'm using. So let's put these ones to one side, and we will get our black piece of cardstock out. I have got my stamps ready to go, and I'm going to be using the heat embossing toolkit. Now my phone's text messaging. Oh, that's right. That's nothing. That's a nothing message. You know how you can get nothing messages? The heat embossing toolkit, that's in the annual catalogue. I think it's around $50. It's the best thing to have if you do like heat embossing. So I'm going to just get my embossing buddy and just all over the black cardstock. That just takes any oils from your fingers off the card, and I shall do my little sentiment circle as well. Back in the day, I used to be terrified heat embossing on black cardstock because it just never worked. But I tell you what, your little embossing buddy is the best thing since sliced bread. So let's bring that over. So this is the Tiled Technique stamp set. I love this stamp set. I think you know that. We're going to use this one, and we're going to put it up the top and turn it around and put it down the bottom, and then heat emboss it. So let's ink it up. And this is a brand new Versamarking pad. It has been used. I played with it for my samples, but look, isn't that just beautiful? Don't you love a brand new Versamarking pad? It's just the best thing. So I'm going to ink up my tile stamp set, or stamp. with my Versamark. And this is just the right size. If my head comes in, I'm really sorry, but I'm just lining it up. It's just the right size. And I think I'll put, no I won't. I was trying to work out what to do, but no, I think I'll ink up both ends so that you can't see anything at the moment, but that's okay. I'm going to ink up my stamp again with the Versamark ink. Turn it around and line it up. Press it down. I'll do that later. I want to do this first. I want to get this sorted first. Okay. So now I'm going to bring that in here. And I'm going to, I can see where there's no stamping, so I'm just going to use my little tweezers like so. Get my Wow embossing powder. This is new embossing powder in the annual catalogue, and it's just amazing. So I'm just going to sprinkle that all over where I've stamped in the Versamark. Put that there now. That's pretty good. Isn't that stunning? So I am just going to get a little paintbrush and just flick a little bit off. You can see where I've got my tweezers, it's just in that gap. I'll just flick a little bit off the edges. I'm being a bit fussy. Oh. Yep. Just think I'll dip that back in there. Okay, I'm going to move that to one side. I'm not going to worry about putting it back into the thing. I want to get the heat tool onto this. So I'm just going to turn this on and I'll let it warm up. So you do know that the Stampin' Up! Heat tool has two settings. The first setting is lower, and that's for drying things. The second setting is to heat emboss. And you'll see it start to turn. There we go, it's starting now. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Just beautiful. I love heat embossing. It's like magic. Okay, that's a big panel. I'll bring that up closer. So, isn't that stunning? So pretty. It's pretty just heat embossed in white. It's so pretty. Now, we will bring in our birthday wishes and our little spotlight on nature circle. And I heat that up, ink that up. I'm going to stamp that down. I mean, you could use any die to put in the center of this card that It doesn't have to be a circle, but I just think the circles seem to work quite well. So I'm going to bring my embossing powder back in. I'm just going to hold my little circle and sprinkle this over. There we go. Now where's my little, here it is, my little tiny brush. There's a little bit of whoop-de-woo there. I'm just going to do that. And a little tiny, there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, once again, I'm going to just pop that over there. I'm going to hold this down with my tweezers, get my heat tool again. There we go. Oops. And that is our embossing done. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I've got a little tiny one there, but it doesn't really matter. So now I am going to bring back my accessory kit and put my powder back into my little jar. And with this little nozzle that you take the cap off, makes it so much easier to just get it back into your jar straight away. If you love heat embossing, this accessory toolkit is a must-have. Can't say that enough. It's just so good. I mean, I sometimes still spill it if I'm not watching what I'm doing, but it makes it so much easier to get it back into the little container. Only spill it if you're being stupid. And sometimes I'm just brushing away and I'm brushing it all over my glass mat and I'm thinking, oh, maybe if I watched what I was doing, that would be better. Okay, so I'll put the lid back on that. So with the toolkit, you get the tray, this brush, the tweezers, and the embossing buddy. And it's around $50, I'm pretty sure. So I'll just put that there. And a new Versamarking pad is just always the best thing to have. Okay, so now we've got that. So now I'm going to bring in all this year's, well, it's not this year, is it? The 2024-2026 in colour Stampin' Right markers. And I'm going to use the dark ones. So dark Summer Splash, I'm just going to get them dark Peach Pie, dark Petunia Pop, and dark, oh, that's Floaty Flamingo. How did that get? It's Rogue. It's gone Rogue. And that one, I don't think I'll use Shy Shamrock. I think I'll just stick to those four. And I just want to show you how this works. So let's move that up. Let's do it a little bit differently, and I use the bullet end of my my blends. Let's use what one shall we colour? Let's colour this one, and you just go over the heat embossing, colour over it. If you go off it onto the black cardstock, it doesn't matter because it just gets absorbed into the black cardstock and it's not visible. So you couldn't be as it wouldn't work as easily if you had a white cardstock. Why would you emboss white on white? You probably wouldn't do that. So, and that doesn't give you the chalkboard technique, does it? So this is just so cool, and it doesn't wipe off. So you know how when you blend ink the water-based inks over the top with a blending brush, and how you can wipe it off. You rub it off. Look, I'll show you. It doesn't wipe off. See? Still there. And there's one more cool thing that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to mirror image which ones I colour down on the bottom. So cool. And this one. So just bear with me. I'll do this. I always seem to get a tickle in my throat when I do a video. I'm so sorry for clearing my throat all the time. It's probably nerves. Okay, so that is my petunia pop. Now we're going to get the summer splash. Now what will we do in summer splash today? Let's do over here, because that's going to go onto our matting piece. That's so it's sort of over near the side. Now if I changed my mind and didn't want that summer splash, let me show you what you can do. Let's get peach pie. Say I think, oh no, I wanted that peach pie. You can just colour over the top and it'll turn it back into peach pie. Isn't that cool? Can you see that? How cool is that? But I do want that summer splash, so I'm going to go back over and go back over it with summer splash. Isn't that cool? If you colour something wrong, for example, if you didn't want that yellow Daffodil Delight, you could go over the top of that with Cherry Cobbler, and vice versa, because I started colouring this one with Cherry Cobbler and I thought, oh no, that's a different spray, I'll do that in a different colour, and I went over it and you can't tell that that had started with Cherry Cobbler. Pretty cool. Well, I think so. Okay, so let's just do a little bit more. Colouring. Obviously if you go over lighter colours, it's sort of definitely going to cover up. Oh, I just did the wrong one. See? No, I don't want that one. I want this one. That's okay. I can cover that with something else. I want this one. So just bear with me while I do my bit of colouring, and I shall show you. It doesn't resist, which I thought was really interesting. It's probably because it's got the alcohol in the pen, whereas our ink pads are water-based. So yeah, I thought for sure this would just wipe off, but it doesn't. So that's what makes it a really cool technique. And it does just look like neon lights, I think. I'll go back up here and do that a bit more. Okay, so that's our summer splash. Let's get our peach pie. We'll cover that up. So I am going off and hitting on the black cardstock, but you can't see it because the alcohol marker just sort of absorbs into the black cardstock, which is pretty cool. And I'm using the bullet end because it's sturdier and tougher than the paintbrush end. I leave the paintbrush end for more delicate colouring. Would that be a word? Would that be how I describe that? Okay, so up here, hope you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can sort of, I'll hold it up to the camera and let you have a good look. So just over the embossed stamped image. There we go. And if you wanted to stamp a sentiment in the middle and colour the sentiment, you could. Or you could do what I've done, stamp a sentiment if you want to colour that sentiment. We might colour this sentiment today, just for fun. And this is Pretty in Pink. It's very pale. I do have it on this card. It's here, but it's quite pale, so I'm not quite sure if it's going to show up. In fact, let's go with Petunia Pop again, because I do know that shows up. It's darker and it pops like its name. And I'm not doing everything. I'm leaving some white because I think that looks good. And you can see on my sample card, I didn't put any embellishments. I didn't add any bling because I didn't think it needed it. I thought the neon colouring was enough. I thought too much. And the stamp set. So much detail in the stamp set. I didn't think it needed any more to be added to the card. There we go. I'm just thinking. Look, I will go back and do some Pretty in Pink. I'll just do these little edge pieces because they're only little. I'm just putting a little bit of colour on them. So if you get this Tile Technique stamp set, 9.5 centimeters, you can fit this on just. And it's so cool. Okay. I'll hold that up. Can you see our card? Can you see all the beautiful colours? I don't know if the camera's showing it up, but they are popping. They are popping off the black cardstock. So let's bring in our card base. Don't need that. Oopsie. So that's going to go on here. You can see how different it looks, just the different colours. So let me put some glue on the back. Onto our Summer Splash card matting piece. There we go. I'm just amazed how it doesn't rub off the white embossed image. I just sort of think it's going to rub off, but it doesn't. Okay, so we're going to put that straight onto our card base. Okay, there's no top or bottom with this image. So just a border all the way around. Once again, I think, oh, I don't want to wipe it off, but you don't. Trust me. How's that looking? Can you see how beautiful that looks? And then we're going to put that there. But let's cut, well, we colour it in Summer Splash. Why not? Let's just do it. It's just such a cool technique. I could have even done every second letter different colours. That would have made it look like a real light show. You're probably thinking, well, why heat emboss in white? Why not? This is a fun technique. I mean, you could heat emboss in clear, but that would be harder to see what you're doing. So white is the one that you'd use. You see how that's changed colour? So So now I am going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my circle. Put it on my stylish shape circle. And it doesn't come off. I keep, oh, my circle moved, hang on. No, you can't move down there, you've got to stay put. Hold it down. Have a sip of water. Is that straight? Oh, Denise, you've got that slightly crooked. No, don't. Oh, you'll have to do. Okay, going to put some dimensionals on the back. We're going to just put that in the middle of our tiling. Now, if you wanted to add bling, you certainly could. I think it doesn't need it because there's so much going on. But that's our card. So that's called the Neon Chalkboard or Neon Blackboard Technique. How cool is that? It's pretty cool. You can see I'm pretty impressed with it. But you do need like a liner image. That's the Spotlight on Nature one. This was Stippled Roses. Now, Stippled Roses is a distinctive stamp, so it didn't really work. You can see here the detail of the stamp. It sort of got lost because there wasn't enough ink on the stamp to emboss. Does that make sense? So it sort of got lost, but you can see that I do love my Tile Technique stamp set. Let me bring it in. This is one I did on a video a few weeks ago. This is one I just left in white embossed and put a circle in the middle. So I just left that white embossed. This one I just chopped in half. I didn't get the embossing powder on quick enough, so I just chopped it in half and then did it reverse. This is the same way except on Night of Navy cardstock, and then I just put a square in the middle and made it like a diamond. This one I did the same, top and bottom, and I put hearts in the middle. This is another stamp, that's this one. I stamped this stamp 4 times and then heat embossed it and cut it out with the circle. And that's similar to the first card. So you can tell I really like this stamp set and I'm using it a lot. So I really hope you liked that Neon Chalkboard Technique. I think it's cool. So don't forget about my first card class at home on the 1st of March. I need bookings by the 15th of February and payment just after, so I can order your party dots for this class. And yeah, I hope somebody or a few of you join into my first online class, card class at home, Saturday the 1st of March. So that is my, let me find my mouse, wherever it may be. It's just gone stuck. No, what's going on here? There we go. So that's our card today, the Neon Chalkboard Technique. I hope you like it. It's really cool. It's a cool technique. Have a play. And it's with your Stampin Blends, not your markers. It's the Stampin Blends. The markers would probably just wipe off. So have a play. It's really cool. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great week. I will see you on Wednesday the 12th. Yes. Wednesday at 3 o'clock for Card and a Cuppa. But until then, I will say bye-bye and I'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.